We had a fantastic weekend at the Notre Dame Invitational, the Meyo Invite. We went over there with some pretty high expectations and got a lot of work done. Had a couple of huge victories in that meet. That's one of the premier competitions in the country. And I felt like we came really close to getting just about everything accomplished that we wanted to. A couple of disappointments, as usual. There's a lot going on at a track meet, so we don't hit home runs with everything. But clearly, the highlight of the meet was the men's 800-meter run. We now have 3 guys, the only other team in the country with 3 guys in the top 33 in the 800 meters is Georgetown University, and they have one of the greatest middle distance traditions of all time. So I feel like we are in a very elite company when it comes to middle distance training. What Jake Mazanke did Saturday was pretty spectacular. Cut nearly 3 seconds off an 800. He's been ready to do it for a long time, and it just all came together. The field was set up well. He ended up second behind Treytez Kennard of Indiana, but he ran a 1:48.57 to move into number 2 all-time, and more importantly, launched himself to number 14 on the national list. He'll probably have to run a little bit faster to make the national meet, but he's certainly in the argument at this point. And we'll go to Iowa State and work on that this weekend. Peter Archibald also had a tremendous 800, a couple of seconds knocked off of his previous personal best. I think he went from 151.80 to 149.57 or 149.53. So very impressive on the 800. Sam, it's hard to suggest that you're disappointed in a 4 flat mile, but I think Sam would tell you he's disappointed in a 4 flat .61 for the victory at Meyo. But we were expecting the Rabbit to take the race out at a very specific pace, and the Rabbit went soft on the first lap, so the mile kind of fell apart, and the athletes all had to try to produce it all by themselves. So without the Rabbit, it's hard to run those really fast miles. So we'll take another shot at that race again this weekend at Iowa State with Sam in the mile. Alex Baker was a fantastic, very exciting highlight for us. Alex Baker won the 5K on Friday night and moved into the top 3 all-time at Loyola with a 14:18.11. And he's ranked number 1 in the conference. Sam's ranked number 1 in the mile. We were 1, 2, 3 in the 800. So the middle distance crew is really running well right now. It's very exciting to see. As far as other national rankings, we didn't do all that well in the long jump and triple jump with our guys. They're very talented, but they're a little beat up this weekend. We didn't get the marks we needed, but we still have James ranked, I think, 16th in the country. And number 16, they take 16 to the national meet, so he's going to have to improve upon that just a little bit. We'll also take him to Iowa State, and he's ready to jump big. As far as additional highlights over there, we had Allison threw at Chicago, the University of Chicago, and set yet another school record in the shot put. And then we had Bree Walker set another school record in the 200-meter dash at the Meyo Invitational over at Notre Dame. Still got a lot of work to do with both rosters. The women were a little behind where we'd like to be. We're a little banged up, still trying to get Kevin healthy so he can get after that 400. We got a lot of big things happening this weekend, going to Grand Valley State University on Friday and Saturday, and then I'll take a small group over to Iowa State. James McLaughlin in the long jump, Sam in the mile, Alex Baker in the mile, Peter Archibald and Jake Mazanke in the 800. And so it's one of the premier races this year. And last year it was a super elite weekend. I think they had 5 guys under 148.50. They had 6 men under 4 flat in the mile. And it's going to be a tremendous weekend.